What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Daniel Jones, as the New York Giants today have agreed to release Daniel Jones from his duties as quarterback of the New York Giants. And it's been a 6-year stretch with Daniel Jones here in New York as the quarterback of the Giants, and that time has come to an end. But honestly, it's a lot of people are happy, but I'm not happy, but I'm not sad. It's of course unfortunate that it didn't work out with Jones, who was drafted here back in 2019, and the goal here with Jones was to be the guy with the Giants, but he was far from that, with a career record of 24-44-1. Just not good enough for a starting quarterback in the NFL. A guy who got a second contract after going 9-6-1 back in 2022. He had a great year with the Giants. He led them to the playoffs. He led them to a playoff victory in that game where he was very, very good in that game against Minnesota. So it's a tough way for this to end, but really, I have no ill will towards Daniel Jones, but at the same time, I don't feel bad for him. At the end of the day, he's a guy who has made $82 million guaranteed on his second contract, plus whatever he made on his rookie deal. So he's made over $100 million with the Giants. So, it's unfortunate it didn't work out, but at the same time, Daniel Jones made a lot of money. And, do I feel bad for him? Yes and no. I mean, he got paid, and he didn't produce. So, at the end of the day, I think this is the right decision by the Giants. I think the way they handled the decision was very good. And that's that. But as for Daniel Jones, he's going to get a shot somewhere else. Where that is, that's the question. That is what remains to be seen. Whether that's a team that's going to, look to try and have him start a few games to start next year, in front of a rookie quarterback, or if that's a team that's just looking for a backup. We don't know. We'll ultimately find that out as he's on waivers, and he's going to probably clear at 4 o'clock on Monday, and someone will sign him early next week. But as for Daniel Jones, there's one thing you can't question with this guy, and that's his work ethic and his will to win. He cared so much, and he took so much pride in being the New York Giants quarterback. That was his identity. That was his image. This team was everything to him, and all he wanted to do was win, and that's very evident. Back when the Giants drafted him 6th overall in 2019, everyone knew it was probably the wrong pick, but Jones, he had a good rookie year. We can't sit here and say he didn't. He was pretty decent in his rookie year. I mean, his record wasn't good, but the numbers were okay. His yards per game that year was the highest in his career at 233 yards per game. He went 3-9 though. He just was not able to win. He had 24 touchdowns with just 12 interceptions. So that was obviously, he put up the most touchdowns in his career, the most interceptions in his career, the most yards per game in his career. And really he was in a position to fail. He was set up to fail. There's no doubt about it. Daniel Jones was never set up here to win games. That's just the reality of it. He was put in a very bad spot behind one of the worst offensive lines ever for years. He had no weapons, but he battled, and he put his body on the line. He left everything on the football field, on and off the field. Great human, great character. You see the players, they're not, throwing parties after him getting benched and after him getting released. They're posting on Instagram that it's a sad day, in the building and for the organization. John Mara even said, that they have a tremendous amount of respect for Daniel Jones and how he handled everything as a Giant. He did what he was told every single day. He was the first one in the building, and he was the last one out of the building. So he is, when you think about drafting a quarterback and the personality, Daniel Jones is the guy you want. You just want him to be able to produce a bit better. He's a great athlete. He's 6'5", 230. He ran the ball real well for a quarterback. He was a great running quarterback, and he played hard. He played tough. No one questions his toughness. The guy is as tough as nails. He's as tough as anybody. With the amount of injuries he's had, with the neck, with the ACL. The fact that he came back this year, lowering his shoulder on guys, is unbelievable. So we as a fan base should be thanking Daniel Jones for just never giving up, never quitting, always giving his best effort on the field, and wearing that uniform with pride, and showing what it means to be a New York Giant. So he's a classy guy. He was a great guy for us. The results weren't there, and that's ultimately what it comes down to. Everyone knows that football is a business at the end of the day. But I wish Daniel Jones nothing but the best moving forward. And the Giants release him, but thank you, Daniel Jones, for 6 years. I'm not going to say great years because they were not great. 5 of them were horrible, but it's a tough day, and hopefully Daniel Jones gets a shot someplace else, and he runs with it like Baker Mayfield, like Sam Darnold. Hopefully he turns out to be one of those guys that just never worked here in New York and was never going to work here in New York. But guys, that's all I got in this video. You guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on Daniel Jones. He is going to be a free agent next week. But I wish him nothing but the best moving forward. It was a 6-year stretch with the Giants. And he was the right guy to, personality-wise, to be the quarterback of the Giants. And hopefully our next guy is a leader like he is. And, the locker room loves him as much as they love Daniel Jones. But hopefully the only thing different is the results and, just the talent. And hopefully he's better than Daniel Jones ever was. But thank you, Daniel Jones, and wish him nothing but the best moving forward. You guys leave a comment down below. As always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, let's go Giants.